guys, or whoever's watching. This is Krusop here, and I'm here to do my very first One Piece YouTube theory video. So I've been, following along with the story since about 2014, at least the anime that is. We were in the Dressrosa arc at the time, just starting it. And then over this past spring, I actually caught up with the manga. And since then, I've just been, crazy for more theories, more content. And I just decided, screw it. I'm going to make my own YouTube channel. So this video is going to be, really low quality. And it's off script. I'm going to one take it. Jay-Z up in here. But, over time, I have some plans for some more complicated theories and whatnot. So today, I guess, I just wanted to do a chapter review and talk about really what I think is going to happen with the character Katakuri. So yeah, just to summarize, we started off with from last chapter, Flambe basically shot Luffy in the leg with her ability, blowgun, whatever, and then he couldn't move, and then Katakuri unknowingly took advantage of this, and then Bochi thrusted him with Mogura in the side and inflicted probably a fatal wound, right? And I guess there was like a lot of disbelief as to whether this actually happened or not, or whether it was observation hockey, Luffy just seeing this as the future. But no, we found out in this chapter, 893, that indeed he was actually stabbed. And we kind of start off with Katakuri not being triumphant, but more so disappointed. He's like, "Come on, man, you've been dodging me. I thought you were a good opponent, but you made this fatal mistake, and I guess you didn't live up to my hype, you know." But then you see Flambe coming in hot, and she's just trash talking Luffy, comparing him to a baby fawn, and she goes in for another shot, and this time, without even being fully conscious, Luffy dodges the shot, and Katakuri notices this, and he falls over, and he's like, "Wait a second, where did that come from?" And then he sees Flambe, and he goes over there, and she's like, "Big brother Katakuri, I love you." And he's like, "Freaking bitch," and just says, "What are you laughing at?" Stabs himself right in the stomach to make a fair fight. And this is reminding me actually of some Super Smash Bros. Like, for instance, in a friendly game, you could somebody SDs, you can also jump off the edge to remove a stock to make it a fair fight. Seems like a very honorable thing to do. And then he shows her his face, and she thinks it's hideous. She can't even believe that, he's her brother. And basically says that she's going to tell the whole fan club that, he looks like this. Take pictures. And then the really interesting part is that Luffy and him both kind of decide at the same time that they're getting sick of all this bullshit with the spectators. So I guess they both see into the future and realize that they're going to use Conqueror's Hockey, and then they just knock Flambe and all the other fodder out. And then Katakuri essentially recognizes that Luffy is on his level now, and he actually apologized for hitting him when he was off guard. And Luffy said something pretty cool. He said, all's fair in a duel between pirates. And we kind of heard this from Shanks of Romance Dawn. And I also remember that Crocodile said something similar when he had the poison hook at the very end, the third and final fight between Luffy and Crocodile. He said, "Don't mind if I use poison, I'm a pirate." And Luffy's like, "Whatever, man, sure, that's, totally cool." So where I see the story going from this point is essentially that I think it's gonna be not too many more chapters with Luffy and Katakuri fighting. Maybe one or two really good chapters. And I think at this point it doesn't even really matter too much who wins or loses or if it's even a draw, because I think by the end of it they're going to have a mutual respect for each other. And I think that Katakuri is going to tell Luffy, about what happened in his past, because clearly, he was mistreated because of the way that his mouth looked and all, but he still doesn't seem to hold a strong resentment against the other members of the Big Mom Pirates. So I would imagine that there are one or I guess I think there are two possibilities of where he got his sense of honor and nobility from. I think it could be from his father, who we don't know. Maybe since, you know, the father was probably Big Mom's second husband, he could have been around for longer than the other husbands. She might have not gotten rid of him immediately after the triplets were born. And in that case, maybe Katakuri grew to respect the values his father has about, fighting with honor, kind of never falling on your back and what have you. Another thing that Katakuri really reminds me of actually is Whitebeard. How Whitebeard didn't have a single scar on his back. And I actually think that there's a chance that, growing up on a Yonko crew, he saw what a great pirate Whitebeard was. And then he just decided that, uh, I'm going to overcome this adversity of all the people in Totland teasing me because of how I look. I'm still going to try and be a great pirate and not get revenge, because, fighting with honor is the way to go. So I ultimately think that by the end of Whole Cake Island, Katakuri will essentially be, a future ally to Luffy. I don't think that they're gonna really scuffle again, and I think they'll have that mutual respect. But I also, I also foresee that he's gonna kind of confront Big Mom about the kind of discrimination based on physical features that he's been put through as a kid, and that Pudding's been put through as a kid, and just say, like, look, enough of this bullshit. I'm the second in command, and we're gonna shape things up around here. Um, so yeah, honestly, I thought it was an amazingly hyped chapter. I couldn't stop geeking out about that scene where Katakuri stabs himself with Mogura to make it an even fight, and I really can't wait until next week's chapter. So anyway, the name's Crusopp, like Usopp and Crew combined. And I'm gonna be trying to post, a theory video or a chapter review probably once a week. I've got a busy life. I'm in grad school. But yeah, I have some good ideas, and I can't wait to, have people subscribe, comment, and like my videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's Crusopp here. Peace in it.